months ago, I moved out of my New York City apartment and back to the hometown that I grew up in Pennsylvania. Pandemic times. So you probably know that New York is a big city, real big, somewhere around 18 million people in the greater metropolitan area. And my hometown, like many towns in Pennsylvania, is about 10,000 people. Yeah. So there's a pretty big culture difference. So here are 5 things that I have learned, or I guess reinforced in my brain, and also what I'm doing to survive here in a town of 10,000 people. It's fine. I'm fine. So number 1, it's about as interesting as I remember it. Yeah. So some of the things that I'm doing with my time: practicing my cartwheels, probably will make it on the next Olympic gymnastic team. Thank you for noticing. I've been achieving higher leg lifts, working those thighs. I've been forgetting my password between my work laptop and my personal laptop, and then trying to remember which one is which is great fun. It's really keeping my brain cells sharp. Befriending leaves. I just feel like you're the only one who really gets me. Yeah. Staring at corners and blank walls. It's fine. Number 2. Having a washer and dryer in the city is an anomaly. If you can afford an apartment with a washer and dryer in it, good job for you. You're winning at life. Most of us have to go to a laundromat because the old buildings in the city just aren't even built to accommodate washer and dryer hookups. But here, I have a washer and dryer that I get to use whenever I want. I'm gonna wash you all by yourself because I can. I don't actually do that. That's wasteful. It's like winning the lottery if the lottery was for appliances and not dollars. It's like appliance lottery. And washer and dryer is like top prize. It doesn't even matter that the place where I wash them looks like a dungeon. I don't care. That little spot is a happy place. Happiest dungeon ever! It's amazing. Number 3. People actually will stop you if you are talking to yourself, and they will ask you if you're okay. What? In New York, people avoid you whether you're talking to yourself or not, so everyone in a way will talk to themselves at some point, and if you really get into it, people will just think you're insane, which means you get all of the subway seats around you, like no one will sit near you. That's a win in New York. Here, people actually notice. Even if you're not saying words out loud, it's like your lip just twitched a little bit and they're like, were you saying something? Not to you.
Oh, what now?
What?
Oh, it's hard to hear you through these ear warmers. Are you okay?
Yeah, are you?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Number 4. Rodents here are not nearly as terrifying, but they also lack personality. So we had a rodent that was burrowing under the deck, and that's all it was doing. It was just burrow, burrow, burrow. And then it scurried away. And in the city with the rats, I mean, the rats, they have to fight for their life in a city. Respect for the rats, okay? Like pizza rat, that is no joke. That is what the rats have to do. And they're adorable and terrifying. I remember taking the same commute every day for over a year, and I would be at the train station. Across the platform, there would be these two rats that I would see like clockwork almost every day. There was this big tubby one that was like kind of a bully. His name was Boris. And then there was this little scrappy rat who would kind of dish it back, and his name was Lorenzo. And Boris would be like, "Raw, raw, that's my food." And Lorenzo would be like, "I don't care, biatch." Loved those rats. I miss them. I hope they're okay. Number 5. Grocery store aisles are so much bigger here than they are in the city. I remember when I moved to the city and I was like very claustrophobic in the grocery store when the pandemic started and people were fighting over the last few cans of sardines because all of the tuna cans were gone. People were bumping into me left and right, elbows, baskets in your face. I mean, it wasn't that bad. It was kind of that bad. But there's barely enough room for 2 people to pass each other with baskets in their arms. You have to sort of turn sideways. The food stretches to the ceiling, so if you're short like me, you have to like climb the shelves. It's great, but the positive is that it takes you only 30 seconds to get from one side of the grocery store to the other. Here, the aisles are massive. I could like park an elephant in the middle of an aisle and there would still be room to walk around it. I'm embarrassing myself by filming myself in a grocery store, but nobody is in this aisle right now. But can you see this elephant-sized aisle? Park an elephant. Park an elephant and walk around it. You can do that. But it takes you about a half an hour to walk from canned beans to, what's on the other side of canned beans? From beans to light bulbs. So, city or a small town, both have their merits and both have their frustrations. And whichever one you prefer, good for you. As for me, I'm glad this is a temporary situation. Because leaves, I feel like you're the only one I can really talk to. I love leaves, but you know, they only give so much back. They're very quiet. And that's great. I love quiet. But you know, sometimes you need a little bit more. Thanks for watching. I'm Melissa Braven, and until next time, I will be practicing those cartwheels. My cartwheels, I've always struggled. I'm practicing my